Thank you for joining our presentation today. So, thank you all for joining here today. I've gathered you to share some exciting news. We're transitioning Ecstatic Dance San Diego into a learning organization. What does that mean, you ask? A learning organization is one with a commitment to create a culture of learning, risk-taking, and continuous improvement, according to Whelan 2015. This basically means that we're going to approach our systems of communication in a different way to maximize our potential and create the best service possible. Okay, so what? How is that different from what we already do? A learning organization has a systematic way of problem solving, a specific perspective, and a way of handling conflict that encourages cognitive diversity to create innovative adjustments to the company and culture. To be more specific, organizational learning behavior is based in functional conflict, and functional conflict prioritizes creating a positive outcome from any conflict and seeing it as an opportunity rather than an uncomfortable situation to be avoided. Conflicts are functional when they're based in cognitive disagreements and put the issue at the center of the scenario to be solved rather than debated. Sims 2002. But everything we've got going on is pretty good, right? We're getting the numbers we want to see. Why change? Don't worry. This change is going to make all of our lives easier. We're going to learn new skills in communication and self-awareness that help in all areas of our lives and improve our culture and workflow. Navigating tension, or worse, leaving tension unnavigated, is bad for the work environment. Staff retention is crucial, as the cost of losing a highly skilled employee is between 50% and 250% of their salary in training and recruitment for the next person. If we can use conflict management and learn why these skilled workers want to leave, we can address those issues and create a better working environment for everyone. And other employees, maybe those who aren't quite ready to leave but they're not enjoying their work, they become disengaged employees. Disengaged workers lose their companies and nearly 34% of that person's salary a year. So we want to make everyone's jobs more accessible to them, more inspired to do their job, in order to keep you here. Also, by learning more from our errors and planning for the future of the business, we can see who stands out as leadership material and engage in succession planning, so we know how each of you are growing in the company. And that just feels good. So what we're saying is, when there's a problem or a conflict of any size, we want to use a framework of problem solving to try to learn as an organization how to make that issue non-reoccurring. This will create a culture that knows how to sort out its own dilemmas, reducing micromanaging and creating more independence, while also providing the structure of conflict resolution and communication you need. One of the qualities we need to develop in order to curate this healthy dialogue amongst our team is diversity. Diversity of talent can greatly improve problem-solving attempts, as diverse upbringings, cultural practices, and lifestyles can provide a buffet of different problem-solving options and solutions, but only when everyone feels safe to share their thoughts. That's when we're getting the most out of our employees, and that's what we want. Some companies know the strength of this so much that they even use diverse hiring as a competitive strategy. CSU Global 2022. For example, Adobe, who has been on Forbes' top 10 places to work, continues to recruit talent from underrepresented minority communities. They recognize the value of having a diverse staff with a variety of ideas, experiences, and talents working together. Kaposi 2020. So, we will be recruiting and planning succession candidates based on optimal background and diversity inclusion. You may be wondering, okay, I'm listening, but what's the catch? What do we have to do now that we weren't doing before? Great question. I'll address that now. We will use a framework shared by Christian and Ruba 2020. So first, we must acknowledge that some people have certain feelings about factors of the issue or the dispute due to their expert knowledge, emotional attachment to their effort, or other reasons. We can acknowledge and validate that people who are upset by a work issue could just be deeply invested in the outcome and the company, which is something that we can all rally behind and reunite as. Second, we get curious, compassionately. This is the step where we identify what the issue is at its root, not the superficial. We want to identify what organizational issue is causing the dispute, and we want to do so in a way that feels safe to all who are sharing their ideas, not interrupting or jumping down each other's throats. Then step 3, we get to engage in joint problem solving, which is where diversity comes into play and helps us create a slew of solutions, all from different perspectives and different experiences. Thank you for joining our meeting today. I hope that you gained something from it. We will be reviewing these measures next week.